So here it is, episode 1 of Sometimes We Podcast. It's going to be a little weekly project that me and Casper have, where we just talk about windsurfing, our opinions, big topics, controversial things, and, you know, whatever really we fancy that week. This first episode is based entirely on social media, how it affects us, what we think about it, and our hypocritical advice, basically. So if you enjoy low budget productions, poor quality jokes, then enjoy.
Let's say, for starters, I never realized how big, how such a big part of sort of our lives it will become. Like when you're trying to be an athlete, it's actually never realized how much social, online presence you have to have, and like. I'm naturally not really into social media that much, and like suddenly having to do so much more of it, it feels a bit unnatural to me. And it feels like a lot of the things that I think would be so important in it, like photographs, are almost completely irrelevant in 2019. Like good quality photographs. People don't really seem to appreciate this sort of
actual
quality, like good composition, good lighting, all that anymore. It's more sort of like
video,
and frequency, just spamming, almost like
lots of it.
Just tons and tons. And personally, I prefer to aim for a bit more sort of quality over quantity, and try and actually only post when I have quality content. But
something interesting to say.
Yeah, but starting to see that actually, like, a lot of people are sort of doing the opposite, and it's working quite well. I mean,
I guess the more you have out there, the more like opportunities you have for someone to stumble across it. Like one great photo is only one point of reference for someone, whereas 30 average photos is 30 opportunities for someone to see it.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But yeah, even so, like one video it's genuinely worth like 1,000 photos.
Just to put it on record, obviously, like, I don't class myself as a social media expert or anything. In fact, my social media is lacking, and I need to really work on it and build on it, because it's pretty symbolic at the moment.
Yeah, but neither of us are masters of our craft in social media, but this is mostly just our experience and what we found with it. So go on.
What really grinds my gears, right? Here we go. Is like brands and also riders need to actually just be a bit more realistic and honest with kit. Like, obviously everyone's trying to push and advertise their brands, but it really triggers me when everyone's constantly like complimenting every single aspect of every bit of kit. Like, oh yeah, this new sail, it's so much faster, better acceleration, better top end, better bottom end, it's lighter but more stable, and it's just so sick, so much better in every way. And that's just not true. Like, come on, no one's making such massive improvements year on year. Like, there's only little things you can tweak, and let's just be honest and stop lying to ourselves.
Yeah, and just point out the actual things that have improved. Like if you say, oh yeah, no, the sails got marginally heavier this year, but it feels more planted on the water, I'll believe you, as opposed to somebody that comes in and goes,
who's going to believe that it's improved
this year
aspect.
The sails got better top end, bottom end, mid end, up haul, down haul, left haul, everything's faster and better. And no, it, like, immediately once you say that, it discredits whatever you've said, so you may as well have just said nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I think anyway. I mean, when I read posts like that, I just straight away move on.
Another thing that grinds my gears is the youth. I'm not going to name names, because I was also one of these youth who they'll go to an event and they'll do some racing and but then they'll post on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and I shit you not, sometimes it's like 500 words. It's like a book. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to turn the pages here. We've got War and Peace, and it's like, just so it lacks personality sometimes. Like, on this day the wind was like this, therefore I took this sail. It was amazing. Everything was super fast. My speed was incredible. I got this. I just like, just stop and like look like a human being for once and just say like, yeah, this I went out on this and I.
And again, it's nice that they are like keen and putting in the effort, but I don't think doing massive long write-ups like that, I don't think that's, who's going to even read that? Most people won't. And
the intention is obviously there, like, yeah, I'm promoting my brand, but you're not.
Especially keep that for like a blog, keep that sort of write-up for a blog or a website, I think, or maybe certain platforms, but like Instagram, you got to keep it just short and sweet, yeah.
And the thing is, it's like the younger somebody is, the longer the write-up is.
Yeah.
As you get older, you just start writing less and less and less.
Yeah, it's almost, they feel like they have a debt to pay off to the brand or something, and they
exactly.
But it's not the case though, really.
Well, you know what? If someone's listening to this from one of the brands, please message us and tell us that we're wrong, and say no, we actually really like kids writing, the Lord of the Rings trilogy for our brand.
No, I mean, don't want to sound too harsh or something. It's sometimes it's interesting to read sometimes a bit more detail about an event, but like, you all need to just chill out a bit, like, and stop just every other sentence going, yeah, my new kit, my new this and this, my new board and new sail felt so amazing. Like, just stop, just go into your room, close the door, beat your come back out. Videos. Let's videos. Do you think videos? Actually, I think the standard of videos in windsurfing is pretty good nowadays. Like drones and good. The GoPros.
I think the discrepancy is massive. I think the good videos are amazing, but the bad videos are like
still so bad.
So bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not ones to talk.
Windows Movie Maker. Just don't. I think. Anyway, personally, I'm of the opinion that if you're gonna post something really, really shit, just honestly, just don't post anything at all. I think that's just my opinion. And I can think of some examples right now. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but we're not gonna call these people out.
Recorded on a potato, edited in Windows Movie Maker, just
posted in
great.
144p.
Yeah, but at the same time, there are some really good stuff, really good videos out there now. Like,
and there's some like really unique ideas. Like, I definitely like Nico Preen's idea of the following the whole tour.
Yeah, and that's gonna be good.
What do you think of that? What do you think about his idea? And
yeah, the guy's investing a lot into his sort of social media stuff, isn't he? Like, a lot of time and effort, and I think it's paying off. He's gonna his vlogs and his all his videos really high quality. Actually, I'm quite a big fan, to be honest.
Do you think it was too early for him to do the documentary? Like, this is his first PWA tour. I can imagine the pressure is high.
It would have definitely put on a lot more pressure on him, and personally, I think maybe it was a bit risky, but.
Because there's guys out on the tour like who have been there for multiple years, and they've had videos of singular events. Like, I can remember distinctly, Jordi had that video by Adam Sims at the beginning of Fuerteventura. A short one. It was only like,
a short one. It was good though. Yeah.
That was good. Or Jordi again in Fuerteventura with Windsurfing TV.
That was cool. That was like a long video.
That was nice.
His what was the whole event? Was it? Or was
no,
it
just the day.
One day?
Just that one day. But it was
day
like
in the life. 30-40 minutes long, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. And like,
I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Jordi's obviously been on the tour for a while. He's really doing good. So I think, like, I don't know. I just feel like Nico kind of came in and just
maybe a bit too much all at once, maybe. But I mean, it's. He's still got a few events to go. It might, it will be interesting to see, obviously, all the behind the scenes footage, and I guess you want to see, like, just watching a video by Albo would probably be almost a bit boring. Probably, just winning another heat, winning another one. Like, but seeing someone really be challenged and push themselves and experience sort of the high level of racing.
I want more riders to do that. I want riders like Maciek and Bruno and Malta and those guys to kind of go out and do something similar, because they all have kind of different stories and different ways of training every year and competing every year. Maciek
releases quite a few videos of his training and everything.
I like them. I like that.
That's quite nice. That's an insight. And some riders, they just don't really have any social media presence, though, do they? Which is actually surprising as well.
Yeah, that's another strange one. Like, how are these riders making a career out of sometimes just posting? I know we're literally flipping from one end to the other, like kids that post too much or professional windsurfers that don't post at all. Like, people like Maciek, Nico, Yordi, those guys who post frequently nice, good content. Who else has been, pushing the social media? Mario Kumpel, not a pro, but he's obviously
he's
on that other end of the spectrum where we have no critique of his videos because they're all in German. So
yeah, they're good though. I mean, they look in terms of visuals, they very, very good and a lot of content, a big range.
Yeah, that's the thing he does. He posts. I was with him in the IFCA in Zil. It was like 2 or 3 videos a week.
Yeah,
I'm not even posting that many photos on Instagram. Maybe I'm doing 2 to 3 a month.
It's impressive how much work he's putting in, and I do quite like how he's doing everything, ranging from like interviews, tutorials, to just sort of like little action edits. It's a bit of everything.
Something I feel like should be improved in the windsurfing world is brands who run their own Instagram accounts should just take this seriously.
Oh no, yeah, they expect team riders to have really, really good accounts and really professional, whereas often their own brand account is like run by some sort of like retired dad and are like completely new to Facebook, obviously, and they're the kind of person that sort of like hold the phone with one hand and use the finger on the other hand to press it.
Yes, he has the index finger.
Yeah, it's like yeah, that is a bit surprising actually. They but it's interesting. There's a big range. Some brands have really put in a lot of effort.
Yeah, JP Neil Pride, they have really nice like Instagram, social media, big fan.
Yeah.
But I'm going to call you straight out here, but when you sent the photo to Loft Sales, and we, for everyone who's listening, we, edit the photos in Lightroom and, make them look nice. And Casper sent the photo, and whoever it was there must have just been like, yeah, you know what would be great? Another filter on top of this.
And probably another filter on top of that. I was like, yeah, we'll triple filter it.
So actually, we've got about 15 minutes from when we release this, and then you've lost your sponsorship.
Probably, yeah.
Worth it though, right? We're going to improve the windsurfing world one insult at a time.
Yeah.
360 cams.
Yeah, I quite like it actually. It's a really nice perspective. I can't afford one, no way. But
yeah, but do you think they've got a place in windsurfing, or are they a gimmick?
No, I think they do. But again, as long as you don't overuse them, sort of people at the time when drones first came out were overusing them a lot. With the 360 cams, again, I think as an additional tool, it can be really cool. But basing if you're just using it constantly, it will probably just sort of lose its effect. But
I think the sport needs to be pushed. The sport is pushed by people on social media creating good content.
Yeah.
No one is going to want to start windsurfing when they watch a video of you filmed on a toaster that it looks like, 3 pixels are flying towards the screen and no one's got any real idea what's going on. But in comparison, some of the top quality kitesurfing videos, not even the top level professionals, just people out doing their thing, having fun, are of an equal quality to the top windsurfing videos that I've ever seen. And that encourages people to want to do it. If you're scrolling through Facebook and you scroll through people are awesome, or whatever that Facebook account is, and you see a really sick kitesurfing video that doesn't look like these people are the top of the top, they just look like they're out having fun and it looks easy to them, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'll give that a go, fuck it, why not? I live near the beach, I'll go rent it and give it a go. Whereas with the windsurfing stuff, it's it either looks really dull because all you're doing is literally just the front, there's a GoPro head cam and it's just the front of the board, and all it is just going, and it doesn't really pull someone into the sport. And then on the flip side, like the best windsurfing videos are obviously the ones made by professional windsurfers who are trying to show everybody that they're really good. And that doesn't convince somebody to start windsurfing when you're watching the best of the best show everybody how good and how difficult the things that they do are.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I think on social media, for some reason as well, just windsurfing hasn't quite become that cool for some reason.
Yeah, no, I agree. It lacks finesse.
Yeah,
it needs just some everything, like not just videos. It needs the bad content needs to get the and people need to make more good. What do you think about it?
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for the fantastic input. Was that the reply you were looking for?
Sorry, who are you again? The way some sports are portrayed in social media, it looks like a real sort of hard graft and commitment, like for example triathlons or like, you know, endurance sports like that. The way windsurfing somehow is portrayed, people just think it is just a walk in the park and all we do is chill in board shorts and just like shred some gnarly waves. Whenever people I come back to the UK or something, people are always like, yeah, well, you've got it easy, haven't you? Like, yeah, it's a good lifestyle, and obviously I'm not complaining, but it is a very difficult sport. Like, we are training a lot, and I don't think this social media does it justice. Like, a lot of the windsurfers are posting, you know, footage from their workouts or something, but it is just as hard as like triathlons or any other sport. It's actually like testing, kit, analysing, you know, making, doing tests on a daily basis. That's the problem. Maybe we all make it look too easy and
yeah, exactly.
But I guess that's what brands then want from you.
Yeah, and at the same time, you'd think if we made it look so easy and so fun, and that more people would do it.
Yeah.
But it's like people contradict themselves when you talk to them, isn't it? It's like, yeah, you have it so easy. Why don't you learn to windsurf? No, that's too hard.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like on social media, it's hard because obviously you need to show people that it's a positive. You need to have in general a whole positive image, and yeah, it is a good lifestyle, and it's all like I'm happy and everything, but it's still a lot of work. Maybe people need to start posting a bit more behind the scenes stuff as well.
Well, that's another thing. I think the windsurfing community, train of thought, I've lost it. They don't post anything about like how difficult it is or any of the actual struggles they have. Only recently, I'm talking very recently, have a couple of guys said like, yeah, this last month of doing the foiling, the PWA and the IFCA slalom has been too much. You know, Sebastian Kördel, Nico and Maciek was there. Like, those are the only real times where I've seen professional windsurfers say like, this shit is actually hard.
Yeah, that was true. Yeah, I found that was like the first time I've seen a few of the windsurfers just really admit to just like how tired they are and that they need a break, and actually it makes you realize, yeah, it is really hard because it is. Doing events as well is, you know, like exhausting. It's obviously there's some events where, without naming names, but you know, you go there and you don't do anything for the whole weekend. But like real events, no, all right, maybe we'll have to cut that out. But in general, like proper events, you go for a week and it's just tiring, even if it's not windy every day, even if you're not racing every day. You know, just every day you got to get up, you got to have your kit ready, you got to be on standby.
And the pressure, you know.
Yeah, and doing event after event, it's it's tiring. It's tough. It's not that easy. It's like, it's a great lifestyle, but it is a difficult sport as well.
At the end of the day, it is a competitive sport. Like, you've got to work as hard or harder than the next guy, and eventually there's a cap.
Everyone is pushing, and everyone is trying to climb up and win, but only one person can win, and it's a real, really competitive.
Yeah,
just as competitive as any other sort of big, well-paid sports. Yeah,
except it's not well paid.
It's not well paid, absolutely not.
Another thing that I think is a bit strange in the windsurfing is lost it. Forget it. Go yourself.
Riding. Just to clarify, I'm not posting anything right now, and same for you, because back in the UK I'm doing some work, some unfortunately like non-windsurfing work to save up some money because I'm broke. So I don't really, I don't.
Yeah, so this is our us telling that we're not going to post anything on social media, but
please subscribe and like and subscribe.
Basically, yeah.
But yeah, like when we're in Tarifa or when everyone's in Tarifa, it's never like, oh, everything's hard. You know, I'm struggling to keep going. It's just like, yeah, my life is sick. Everything's sick. Did I mention how sunny it is in Tarifa? I almost quoted myself then.
I guess, yeah.
I wish we would, as a community, share more things not to do with strictly windsurfing. Like, I want to know, like, some guys share it here and there, like diets and training regimes and like what they do, like the little nitty gritty things that make you an athlete and make you what you are. Like, yeah, I get the idea, like, oh, yeah, but I want to keep it secret. Yeah, I want to, keep it to myself so I can succeed. Yeah, okay, that's all well and good, but just share the interesting bits and the mundane bits. Like, I want to know if someone in the PWA tour's a vegan so I can not talk to him. Or, I want to know if someone doesn't do this because of this, or, like, I want to know these things, and I want it to expand more than just encompass more than just windsurfing. I want it to be a great way for us to learn about the PWA guys. It's not just a way for you to show sick photos of yourself doing stuff. I want it to be a way for you to like for people who aren't professional windsurfers, just regular windsurfers, to go on Instagram and learn and actually feel like they know things about each individual professional windsurfer, the projects they've got going on, this, that, and the other. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
And like a lot of other sports do that. Like Lewis Hamilton's Instagram is very rarely about Formula One.
Yeah,
he talks about
more sort of I guess lifestyle.
Talk about the music that you like. Talk about your favorite, like your food. Like, I want to know what you listen to on race days. I also want to know what podcasts you listen to, apart from this one, whilst you're driving, 12 hours to get to the next event. Like, tell me some interesting shit so I can check some stuff out and broaden my horizons as well. Yeah, okay, granted, a lot of it's going to be in a language that I don't understand, but like, that's good shit. And what do you listen to on a race day, Casper?
On a race day, I don't actually listen to much, but maybe I should. Like, I don't know. Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm in two minds. It's like you want to kind of like be relaxed and be at peace. So maybe you should listen to something chilled and quite mellow. But at the same time, it's nice if you listen to something a bit more aggressive to be sort of like feel ready and like prepared to really push. But I don't know which is better, like if to be relax yourself or hype yourself up essentially.
I think they both have positive and negatives, which definitely you just got to pick and choose. I choose to really hype myself up. But I think that's mostly because I'm so excited, I almost feel insulted by myself if I try and calm myself down.
I think in terms of actual sports science, like, I think it is better to calm yourself down.
Yeah, I'll
And
take
actually,
your word for it.
I remember someone very knowledgeable
But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge.
telling me that it is, but yeah, it's better to just really relax yourself and get your heart rate down, get the adrenaline down, because there's still going to be so much adrenaline in the racing that you really don't need that extra bit. But
That's true.
But I don't know. I can understand though, listening to like a good beat to hype yourself up just before a race. I do quite like the idea of that as well.
Yeah, I think windsurfing might not even suit listening to hyping music before, because for like if you're going out for your heat, you're not going to go out and try and get there as your heat's starting. You're going to get there 10 minutes early.
Yeah.
So you take your headphones out, you go out on the water, and then you sit and wait for 10 minutes. You've already lost the momentum. You may as well have just calmed yourself
true.
down. And then
So I think that is better. Yeah. So I think I'm going to stay with chilled mellow
so yeah,
music.
anybody that's going to test this, please give us some feedback. Tell us if it's worked or not, if we've ruined your event.
Kali Muscle, how can I get swole like you? I say, what you eat, nigga? Oh, I eat a chicken breast and 2 asparagus a day. I say, bitch, nigga, you ain't gonna never get swole. You see what I'm saying?
Here's your boy, Skinny Boy 255.
So on that topic, we may as well just do a quick weight check now. So what did you weigh in at today or recently?
I've got not much to offer, not much to bring to the table. But you're looking at about 70.6 kg of
Raw muscle.
This is everyone that listens to this will now know that. And in the next podcast, you should be at least 78.
Yeah, 78 for sure. If the steroids kick in, fine.
And I'm on
So what about you?
87.
87, okay. Just to clarify, everyone, there is a height difference between us. So,
Yeah, I have about, I'm 191 and you're
so like 183, so like 8
centimeters. So doing some quick maths. I'm a bit taller.
Yeah, exactly. So that was first episode of Sometimes We Podcast, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening in. It might seem like we moan a lot and complain a lot. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, so we'll see you next
Basically.
week where we complain some more, chat some more shit.
Yeah, if you enjoy listening to two guys complain about windsurfing, like
Have we
go
got the
ahead.
podcast for you? All right.